Hey, my name's Nick. I'm with Sunshine State RVs in Gainesville, Florida. We are the #1 Class B RV dealership in the state of Florida. We are now #2 in the whole United States of America. And that is such a big accomplishment. Our team here in Gainesville, we work tirelessly every day to try to sell and service and take care of as many Class Bs and Class B customers and Facebook groups and Instagram groups and YouTube channel, everything we can do around the Class B community that we possibly can. And one of the big keys to our success is pairing with the best brands on the market. So what we're doing a video on is something that is brand new, just came out, tons of brand new modifications, tons of new upgrades, and it is something that I'm super proud that we are the only dealer in the world that sells Noovo. Noovo is an amazing brand. They're all made in Las Vegas, and we are their only RV dealer that can sell them. And we have the Noovo Plus, the Noovo Lite, and now the Noovo Next. This is the all-new Noovo Next. They released this earlier this year. They just started shipping them this month. We got this is our second one, but we got it last week, and the more I go through it, the more I see it, the drive it, sit in it, the more I am in love with it. I think they did a phenomenal job on a 22-foot Sprinter all-wheel drive chassis with single rear wheels, with lithium, with ducted AC, heated floors, Garmin, Lithionics, with the upgraded suspension, the roof rack, the LED lights. I mean, it's like super rugged on the outside and then super luxurious on the inside. Noovo has definitely knocked it out of the park with this one, and I truly love it. I truly love everything about this. I think in this video, we're gonna go through the whole outside, we're gonna go through the whole inside, and I think that if you're looking for an all-wheel drive Sprinter van that's about 22 feet long, that is adventure ready to go anywhere you want to go, but yet extremely comfortable and luxurious on the inside, I think the Noovo Next should definitely be on the top of your list. So let's dive right into it. I know you're dying to hear about and see all of the upgrades, and just by looking at it, you can see bigger wheels, bigger tires, upgraded suspension, full upgraded suspension, front and rear, Agile Off Road, Fox, fully adjustable. I mean, everything you can want in a suspension, Noovo has put in it. You have a full front bumper with the winch, LED lights on the bumper. You got your LED light bar on a fully customized Noovo roof rack. You have Starlink. You have a ladder, a nice big ladder there. You got nice running boards. On the back, you have a box. You got a spare tire. Fully rugged, ready to go anywhere you want. And there's even more that can go on it besides what you're looking at right now. So I don't know how to say this name, Rika wheels, I don't know. Rika wheels, they look pretty heavy duty. Nice big BF Goodrich tires. And I'm telling you, this suspension here, this Agile Off Road suspension with the Fox shocks. I mean, Fox is one of the top names in this. This is like the full rip kit, full suspension upgrade on the front. You have the running boards. We got our gray tank. We have our cassette toilet, our diesel burning heater. This is where you store your hose for the gray tank. Cassette toilet's nice because it gives you the luxury of not having to go to a campground. So when it is full, what you do is you just pull it out and you use it like this and you take it to wherever you want to go. Once you get there, you lift it like this, you unscrew it, and then you dump it out. So pretty easy, pretty nice. It's not really hard to use. You can dump it in a lot of places. There's also make these bags you can dump it, and when you're done, you just kind of stick it right back in there, close it, and you wash your hands. Or you can wear gloves. I'd probably wear gloves and a full hazmat suit when I did that. But this is a brand new RV. No one's ever used it, I hope. So I don't mind touching it right now. So that's a pretty easy thing to do. I love this heavy duty ladder. I like how there's holes in it here and here to where you can put like a surfboard onto it, and then you can bungee wrap it. You can do a paddle board, you can do kayaks, fishing poles, all kinds of stuff. And I also like how heavy duty, how easy it is just to climb right up. And you can see the whole top of this is solar panels, and you have your Truma air conditioner, which is top of line. You do have your Starlink, but what else is cool is that this roof is walkable, even with the solar panels on the roof, you can still walk on it. You can even surf on it a little bit, which is pretty cool. I love being able to walk up here. You can put stuff on it, but this is a very nice size deck up here, but you still have all these huge solar panels, which are cool. So big Starlink, you have LED lights there, LED lights in the front, and then you can store some stuff along the edge here around the air conditioner if you want. So very easy to be up here to hang out. You can set a chair up here, lots of cool stuff you can do. Let's see if I can get down without hurting myself. I did work out this morning, so I'm feeling pretty limber, but you never know when you slip. I'm very thankful I did not slip. So easy up, easy down, nice big roof rack. I think it looks awesome, but it is very functional as well. You do have your Agile Off Road upgraded suspension back here and the extra leaf spring, so it gives you a much better ride. It absorbs that bounce, but this only being a 22 foot, you're not getting as much bounce as if you were getting the extended. This is the 170 standard. They do give you a bigger wheel back here and tire, so that way when you are off-road, you don't have the dualies in the back that rocks and gets stuck in the middle and all that stuff. They upgrade to the single wheel. Smart plug, and this is your potable water fill. So you use your key, unlock it, and you can fill your water there. Smart plug here, it's your 30 amp plug. With all the lithium on here, you really don't need a plug, but if you're at a campground, you can plug in and you can really go through it. You know, there's a lot of mechanics and a lot of stuff here. One of the cool things we do here at Sunshine State RVs is we will fly you in from anywhere in the country and teach you how to do all this on any RV that you buy from us. So whether it's a Noovo or a Coachman or a Road Trek or a Midwest, whatever they are, but a Winnebago, we will fly you in, teach you how to use everything. Corey, one of our walkthrough specialists, will spend as much time with you as you need going through the entire RV, teaching you everything. Then after your first initial walkthrough and introduction, we put you up at a campground for your first 2 nights so you can test everything, make sure that everything works, and make sure you know how to work everything. If you don't want to come to Gainesville, Florida, it is a little hot and muggy today, we will flatbed deliver this for free anywhere in the country to your house. We will deliver this right to you and then do a virtual walkthrough as well. So either way, we have you covered, no additional charge either way. We fly you here or we deliver it to you. We like being up front with no dealer fees, no hidden costs, no shipping fees, nothing. It is pretty straightforward. We like to be upfront and honest and transparent with everything that we do. Even after you buy from us, you have a 5-day guarantee service appointment. You have 24/7 tech support, roadside assistance we give you for free. We give you harvest hosts for free. So lots of cool stuff that we offer. And if this is your first RV, it's great because all that stuff I just showed you can get confusing, but we're there with you to teach you how to use all of it. So from the back of this Sprinter van, it looks pretty amazing, right? You have your Noovo branded box. You have your Rover branded ladder. You do have a full-size spare here. So if you are off-roading in a place like this, you might not need it here, but wherever you go, you do have a spare. And then you have another ladder here that you can climb on and use, or you can strap things to this ladder if you want. You can also strap stuff to the back. They do make a bike rack that you can put on top of this so you can store a couple bikes as well. If it was mine, I would like a bigger box. I like to put my golf clubs in it so I can go golfing wherever I go, or skiing. So I like skiing and golfing. So during the summer, I'd put golf clubs in it. During the winter, I would put my skis in it. So I'd be able to kind of do both things. Everyone uses these very different. I also love, check this out. So I also love the Rover step back here, and I like these. So they give you these shocks to make these heavy doors a lot easier to open and close. So they started giving you these Rover steps that are great, so 2 people can be on it. You know, nice big steps so you can access things here. You know, you have these screens that can go down. I love how they give you these magnetic window covers. They're black on that to absorb the heat, and they're nice and beautiful, like I talked about, the luxury on the inside. And then when it's time for bed, they're very easy to stay up there and put up there. Something else about this that's unique is this platform bed. It is a very comfortable, thick platform bed. It also oscillates up and down, so that way you can recline some if you like, or lay flat. I know me and my wife have one of those Sleep Number beds where we both recline differently. And so, you know, she likes to be a little more reclined than I do. She likes it when I am reclined because I don't snore as much, she says. But this has a big garage storage here. So they give you stuff like the 30 amp plug, oh yeah, there's air compressors on here too. And so there's an air hose a big air hose, and there's 2 air compressor ports. I don't know exactly where they're at. I will find them though. But 2 air compressor ports, so you plug this in and you have air. You can pump up paddle boards, you can pump up a float, a raft, or you can pump up your tires. If you need to deflate your tires, you can kind of go rock climbing. Then when you want to get back on the regular roads, you want to put air back in them. You have an air hose to do that. You have a 30 amp extender. So you can go from your 30 amp plug here down to a 110 plug, so you can charge up or use power at someone's house. So you plug this into the RV, and then this you can plug into an extension cord and have regular 110 power, which is nice. You have lots of storage here, and actually here, look how fancy this is. You have an outside shower here, so before you put any of your camping supplies in, you can turn the outside shower on, turn it on here, and you can clean stuff off. So I like how heavy duty it is. I like that it's a little bigger. Something else I've heard of people doing, if they're just so dirty they don't want to go inside the shower, they just put a little mount right here and they can just shower outside, which is really nice as well. When you're done, obviously you just pop it right off and just throw it right back in here in the back and find a cool little place to store it. You got some storage in here. You have some storage, or some cool, some of your electronics in here. Maybe we'll turn the batteries on. So what I love about this bed here is that it can be flat, or you press a button right here and it raises right up. And when it does raise up, cool little detail, something that Noovo does, they inscribe their name in the back. How cool is that? They could have just left it plain, but they decided to inscribe their name. Something else you can see when this is up, if you do need to store bigger things in here, you can with this bed up. I also love how they stick true to kind of their look and their form with all the rounded edges. Something about Noovo is they're very European styled, very modern looking, and people love that about them. So it's not just a lot of straight edges, it's a lot of rounded here, and it just kind of has a really nice look and feel to it. So, I mean, how cool is this? And then, if you need to store something higher here, you can even lift this all the way up, and it serves as 2 things. 1, you can sit straight up in there. 2, if you had something tall, you can store it in here, something bigger like a bike, or if you had, I don't know, everybody adventures differently. So no matter what you have, you can fit more stuff in here with the bed up. So, some people like the bed up when they sit and they eat in there, or they hang out, watch TV. And then when you're done with that, you just press a button and it goes all the way down, which is nice as well. There you go. There's also another control to it inside. So if you do need to mess with the controls here, you can, but you can also control it inside. And these struts here make it to where these doors stay. They don't close on you, which is nice. You can also lock it, but then when it is time to close them, it's very sturdy. I like that. So this is a bigger box. This box is made by Rover, and I like how pretty heavy duty there. So you can even put a little grill here. You can cook, you can do different things. 3 storage shelves. You can get rid of these. You can move them however you want. But I like how open it is. And when you're done with it, you can even just open just the top, grab something and leave this closed if you want. You can open both. And then you can also strap things here. That's why they give you all these molly panel style things, so you can strap a lot of stuff to it. I always say in the event of a nuclear bomb, I would want my stuff to be stored in these boxes. It's very safe, very sturdy, waterproof as well, which is really nice. I like how they hook to the hinges, and so they're extra heavy duty that way. So here you have solar extension. You also have an extra plug here, or 2 plugs, so that way you can be on your camping side, plug stuff in and have it here. If it's a projector, if it's a stereo, whatever it is, a grill. I used to use one of those. I used to have a table right here and use one of those griddles. I'd plug it in and cook breakfast outside. My wife doesn't like the smell of bacon in the RV, and so we would use that outside. So this is the camping side here. So you let the awning out. It's a power awning that can be controlled inside the coach. And this is where you camp. There are lights on the awning if you want to have lights. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you want to have a fire pit. You want the lights to be a little dim. So it's really nice to kind of have the dim lights, or you can have the lights on the awning. And then you have obviously your big step here that helps you get in and out. I love the awning style windows also on the outside, so you can pass things through, or you can get some fresh air inside. So nice big awning style windows. And then kind of as we're kind of walking around, you see the Mercedes-Benz high performance LED headlights, the fog lamps. You have the parking sensors, which is really nice. And this is a heavy duty bumper. and winch. So this winch is a 12,000 pound winch, I think. And so it comes off, you can pull it out, you can hook it to something and you can help a friend out. Or if you get stuck, you can pull it out, tie it to a tree, and you can pull yourself out of whatever messy situation you're in. So really like the winch, the LED lights. Some people add more LED lights here. Some people add them on the corners. It does have the big LED light bar on top. So like I've shown, it has a bit of the luxury from the Mercedes, but then Noovo has gone through and made it very high-end and rugged and nice and give you everything you need on the outside. But when you jump inside, you're gonna see very luxurious, very comfortable, very European modeling, very sophisticated feel on the inside. So let's jump inside. I'm gonna show you what I love about the inside of this Noovo Next. You know, I always say this, but this is definitely my favorite spot to hang out in almost any Class B RV because it's just such a very comfortable office area, dining room, hangout area with both seats swiveling around so you can face it sideways. You can kind of move it however you want. You can set it still if you want to set it to where it doesn't swivel. I also like how this can be extended here so you can undo it somehow. So let's get undone. Here it is. So here, you can swivel this out to have an extension so that way whoever's sitting here has some, and this seat can also be moved, or you can leave it to where it's a little smaller there. You know, lots of different options. You know, and I always say this, but it's so true because I talk to so many people every day. Everybody RVs and camps so differently. There's no two people typically that do things the exact same. So giving lots of flexibility up here is what you need. But sitting in this, you can tell even like just the curves here and kind of how they do all this, all the rounded edges, a very European look. This is called Scandinavian white oak, I think is what they call this color. It's a very nice, light, airy color. This is a great little area. So you can put one or two people there. So even if I was sitting here, this is comfortable. You know, I would probably, if I woke up in the morning, so when me and my wife camp or we hang out or go on vacation, I usually get up a little earlier than she does. And I really like getting up and having a place I can just sit and relax. I like to make my coffee. I like to read my Bible, catch up on my Florida Gators, sports, whatever's going on in the world. And this is a great area to do it up here. Very comfortable. You do have a window here, so you have a screen. You have blackout privacy, or you can separate the two, and you have an awning style window here, which is nice to have. So you have a lot of flexibility there. It does have ducted air conditioner, which is very unique in a van. So this is your ducts. You have a duct here. You got ducts all throughout the coach. You also have a heated floor, which I don't know if I've ever been in another van that has a heated floor, but they give you a nice heated floor. Let me read you some of the stats from this that have stuck out to me. So the hydronic furnace system, heated floor, heater and on-demand water heater. Obviously you have your SureFlow water pump, 35 gallons of fresh water, 38 gallons of gray water, which is really nice. The Lithium, it's a 51 volt Lithionics power system, Garmin control. There's a Garmin, portable Garmin in the back and a fixed Garmin up here. It is 8.4 kilowatts of lithium batteries come standard. You can double that to 16.8 kilowatts of lithium batteries, 450 watts of solar on the roof. I know I talked about that earlier. There's something pretty cool right here, and I'll tell you about that in a second. I love all the awning style windows. The fixed bed is a queen size mattress, and it does recline up and down. You obviously have all 3M Thinsulate sound and thermal insulation, marine grade. Transparent pricing on this, same price no matter, I mean, you buy it from us or from Noovo, $232,750. That is, now obviously there's options, and this one does have some added options, but for $232,750, now another penny gets added to that unless you put options on it. There's a lot of great value here in the quality, the warranty, the Mercedes Sprinter all-wheel drive, fully loaded with the cameras, adaptive cruise, blind spot assist, power seats, heated seats, everything that Mercedes comes with it. And then everything that Noovo puts in here is pretty impressive. Even just sitting here, I mean, just so comfortable. So there is a seat belt here as well. But then as we're walking through, it almost feels like they put a little padding cushion in the floor. Like it's a little softer than typical, which I really like. This is cool how they kind of round this. They give you some nice cubby holes here, some light switches. This is a drawer here. So the drawer has stuff here and there. So really nice how they don't just cheapen out and make everything just these really sharp edges. I love the rounded, the European. Oh, check that out. Watch this. Ready? Ooh, fancy. Then you shut and lock it. So what I told you about the countertop, this has an invisible induction cooktop right here. So you take a pan, you stick it right there, and you start cooking. I mean, how neat is that? Here's a control for it. It's called InvisaCook. With the size of a countertop in a Class B, I'm shocked more manufacturers are not using this InvisaCook, where you put the pan there, you control it here, you can boil water, you can fry eggs, you can do a lot of cool things. Nice drawers. This has all of the stuff you need here. You know, Mercedes Sprinter, high output, all-wheel drive, 4-cylinder with every option that comes from Mercedes. Soft closing. I love that. All soft closing. You know, something I always point out are the dovetail down here, so you can really see and feel the quality of the cabinetry by how they are assembled. It's not just through staples or pins, it is through dovetail. This is a bigger cabinet here with a easy access to the water system, which is nice. Nice big rectangle sink. It's very deep, which is nice. It also gives you a little rack in here so you don't scratch up the bottom of your sink. Residential style faucet here, which is cool. Hot water, towel rack. You got some lights, 110 plugs. You know, they don't just give you a big square thing. You know, those big square things are ugly, right? They give you a nice little European, sophisticated, I always say, fancy looking 110 plugs. LED strips that are dimmable as well, which is really nice. So, you know, very unique. A little, I don't want to say it's hidden, but a nice little compartment there. You got some storage up here that's really nice. Nice big storage, wood everywhere, and same thing. Everything is soft closing. Everything is very delicate. So, bathroom, this has the cassette toilet. And well, before we get into the bathroom, we have the microwave. So this is an air fryer, convection, microwave, has a special button just for popcorn. Who doesn't like popcorn in their Class B RV? I mean, I would just throw popcorn, press the button, and go to town. I love that. And an air fryer. I gotta tell you, I know I mention this from time to time. I got 4 kids, and right now they're 22, 20, 17, and 15. And, you know, they're getting to the point where they really don't need their father as much as they used to. They just need me to pay for everything. So I get home from work and they're all gone. It's just me and my wife hanging out, and we sit around and, you know, we try to find things to do. But I started cooking in the last year and I just love it. And so I love having an air fryer. I love having the induction stove. I can see that if this was my RV and I was camping, I would just so look forward to coming in here, cooking a meal, using the air fryer and cooking here, and probably having a grill outside and having things going on all 3 at once. So really enjoy the idea of them giving you an air fryer. Okay, so this is their brand new Garmin. They are not using this in the Noovo Plus or the Noovo Lite yet, only in the Next, which is really cool. But it shows you your house batteries at 98%, your fresh tank, inverter, water pump. It's really nice, easy to read. Then you go to your battery here. It shows you how, you know, what you have, how many watts, how many amps, shore power. You can control your hydronic, your hot water, and your floor heater and all that. Air conditioner, ducted AC, the ventilation, you control every light, also all your tank sensors, and then your awning and your heated tanks as well, water pump. So everything can be controlled right here in your Garmin, which is nice. I think that Garmin is showing up in more and more RVs, and I think people are figuring out how to use it and saying, man, that's a great system there. Speaking of the Garmin, there's also this portable Garmin here, so you can use this one as well. Just, you know, with the same controls as that, you can use this Garmin here, and it hangs on the wall. So if you're in bed and you want to adjust the temperature, or you want to adjust the light, or you want to do something else, that is all right there. So you do have a nice big bathroom with a cassette toilet. They can also do the Modi well toilet in here as well if you like that. But, you know, sitting on the toilet, I like how it's not real low. I like how it's a higher toilet. It's not very low to get up and down. You have your shower head there, toilet paper, place to put your arm when you're sitting on the toilet hanging out. So good space in here. I can easily stand up. I am 6 foot tall, so you know it has about 6'3"-ish room in here. Place to hang your towels and a little door for some privacy. So appreciate the bathroom. And then when you're done with it, you can use it for storage, and then you just shut the door. You don't have to be involved in it. Cabinet here. So there are lights in here on every row, which is nice. So every row has lights, so you can see what you're doing. This can get very confusing if you don't have lights in because you can't see what's going on. So I appreciate the lights that they give you on that. And then you have the big 7.3 cubic foot Verdi Frigo refrigerator and slide out freezer. So that's there. And then, you know, there are more ducted AC like I talked about. And then they give you access to the garage area through here. So I like that as well. Now one more thing. There is a pull down here, and there is a projector, a 4K projector in the back. So you watch TV right here. So before you go to bed, if you don't watch TV, you pull this down, Bluetooth or hook your projector up to your phone, and you can watch anything you want on the projector right there. How neat is that? I gotta tell you, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. But, so this is the bed. So I know I showed you the bed from the outside, but this is it lifted up a little bit. I am 6 foot tall and a pretty wide dude. I weighed 228 pounds this morning. My weight's fluctuating a little bit. People keep bringing us donuts and cookies to work, and everyone that does that, it's really hard for me to be rude and tell them, no, I don't want one, but because I do want it, that'd be lying, I guess, but I don't need it. And so like today, someone brought 2 boxes of donuts in. It's just not fair. Like, why don't they bring a banana, like grapes, you know, something healthy? But they don't do that. They bring donuts. So I like the room in here, how much space. It is a queen size bed. So if you have a dog, if you have, you know, 2 parents and a kid, this is a great size bed back here. You do have ducted AC. So here and there, and there. So you have 4 ducts of AC in here. You do have your, you know, night and day shades there. Then you have a control here for the bed. So we can even lift it up even more. You can also lower it from right here. You have little storage compartments in here with little charging ports everywhere, USB, USB-C, 110 plugs. You have storage compartments everywhere. I like this panel that they give you up here with the little lights, and you can dim them, turn them on, turn them off. You have a little reading light right here also that you can turn off, or you can dim up and down. So I like all the personalization you can do to it. You can make it the way you want it, because everyone camps differently, everybody does things differently, and you know, Noovo, I think, is understanding that. Lots of available storage here and here, but then even back here you have a big storage compartment here, and then this is where you would plug in your projector and mount it there, and it would show to the TV right there, which is cool. Same thing here, big storage compartments everywhere, and more storage compartments right up there. So, you know, lots of cool things, lots of stuff that's very different. Noovo's not like everything else. They're not like everybody else, the way they build, the stuff they do, the way they price it. I mean, I think for the pricing and for the service and everything you get, I think it's a great deal. It's not the cheapest RV on the road, but, you know, quality-wise, functionality, European styling, modern, I think it's definitely one of the top vans on the road, and they would tell you it's the best. You know, it's hard for me if I got into that debate with them to debate them. I mean, it is a phenomenal RV, great options, great support. The 3-year warranty from Noovo is great. And so big fans, very honored to be the only dealer in the country. We have a great relationship with them, and they truly do what they say they're gonna do. They stand behind their product, and they appreciate all of their business that they do get. So Sunshine State RVs will flatbed ship this or any Noovos to you for free anywhere in the country. We are sold out of these until next year, 2027. So we are taking orders. All of our 2026 production models are sold. And that's hard to say, but we are taking orders for 2027. So I would encourage you, get your name on the list now, so that way you're not having to wait until 2028 for one. Get your name on the list now, get it reserved, get it built the way you want, and we'll get you taken care of, I promise. So sunshinestatervs.com, check us out, check out Noovo. I appreciate you watching this, and I think that if you're looking for an all-wheel drive Sprinter off adventure van, the Noovo Next should be on the top of your list.